Recording in progress. What's going on? Lovely, amazing people. Golden Star, glorious people. What's happening? What's going on? It's another lovely, amazing day. A glorious, grand day. Oh my mercy, y'all. I'm so excited. Um, another update for the record. Right knowledge now. We're in session. We is in here hot. We're not coming in. We is in here hot. We in the building, right? Online, hot. Right now, listen now, we in session. I'm about to eat my food. I'm not gonna be long with it, y'all. I'm not gonna be long with it, right? I just wanted to get on because I'm feeling really, really good, right? I want to share some updates, some more updates, right? Because it's a glorious day. It's a great day. No one is going to be able to say, right, and or even better, nor get away with saying they didn't know. They didn't get the memo, right? The memorandum that they didn't receive. They didn't know that we in a glorious, that we in better days, right? We're in better days. We're in glorious days, right? Why? Because nature, this lovely, amazing world is shifting, right? Everyone should be by now had their own paradigm shift occur, right? Nature is changing, always rearranging. The multiverse, the omniverse is what nature is responding with and to, right? It's another lovely, amazing day, a glorious day. Oh, my mercy. Before we go in, as I said, I'm not going to be long-winded before we go because I want to do some updates, quick motivational words, actual facts, updates about the Pi networking ecosystem, right? About the one Handy love, an ecosystem like no other, right? The Pi domains, right? Our own personalized custom Pi domains. What? We're going in. We're going to do some updates, right? Updating for the record. We on the record. We updating for the records. No one is going to be able to get away with saying they didn't know. We didn't know. We didn't know. It didn't get the update. It didn't get the memo. Yeah, nah. Everyone by now, all eyes and ears shall see and know what the reality is about what nature, what this lovely, amazing world, this realm is saying needs to happen with all inhabitants, everyone, if we want to be able to transition to what is becoming more apparent, if you want to be here, if you want to thrive in life, right? Paradigm, shift yourself, change what is allow that change that is happening within the inside of you, bring it up and out, and share that with all those all around. Thank you, Source. Oh, my mercy. All praise and gratitude is due to thee, Almighty, omnipotent, life giver, Source. Source is, was, and always shall be. Oh, the love, the power that's permeating all around. All the love, the power stamped into and through the very essence within us, right? That love, that power is permeating on the inside, ready to come out. Allow that infusion to take place, y'all. Bring that up and out. Share that with all those all around, right? Share that with all those who are open and ready to receive what you are sharing, even more importantly, right? Really appreciate each and every one of you all who listen and watch the whole recording. We're not gonna be long when I promise. I gotta eat my food. I gotta get my grub on, right? And I got to be busy. I got to get up and I got places to go, things to do, people to see, and activities to be busy and active with, right? So much to do, right? And so little so little time, as they say. I'm not worried about the time, but so little time to do this in, right? So yeah, greatly appreciate each and every one of you all who listen and watch the whole recording. Okay. At the same time, this lovely, amazing words as stated, nature, Gaia, Gaia. Thank you all, Mother All, Father, for yielding that's lovely, amazing, glorious stuff. Y'all interact with nature. Y'all better get out there and hug that tree or high five the tree from a distance, you wormy. You self, you worried about what somebody is thinking, see you doing, right? As opposed to aligning what you're being prompted to do, right? What must be done. Anyway, my perspective. That's what it was. My perspective, right? And at the same time, they are us, we're them. Who we talking about? All the lovely, amazing, steadfast mothers right? And amazing fathers, steadfast fathers, right? Thanks, honors, appreciation for each and every one of them, right? They're us, we're them. If it wasn't for them, there'd be no us. And if it was not for us right now, on this quick motivational word, right now that we're giving out the actual facts, we're about to go in. They would not be with us also right now, chilling in the space, in this place, right? We Facebooking, right? We on the Zoom, YouTube 19.19, right? Sharing the actual right knowledge, the facts, right? People can take and research more themselves if they would like to, right? Or just become active, get busy with your man, right? Thumbs up or thumbs down, right? Find us on the Golden Star YouTube, right? Golden Star People's Foundation Exchange channel on YouTube, right? Get there, find us there, right? Join the Powwow Collaboration Group. As I said, we're going to shout out a couple before we go in. Shu, Gab, Nut, Tekna, Taputi, Akasha, Nerga, Rishkaga, Amen Re, Amen Ra, Atan Re, Atan Ra, right? Asaro. And Shaw, Keyshaw, left move, left move. And of course, the 19th being with us, right? No doubt, indeed. Tutu, yeah, no. Thanks, honors, and appreciation 2 and 4. Yeah, no. Right? Thanks, appreciation 2 and 4. Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle. Yeah, right? Yeah, so that's the opening done a little differently. I'd love to think that y'all's day is going to be outstanding, amazing, prosperous, productive day forward, right? A chillaxing day on this Sunday, right? In my tongue, speaking in my p.e.a.c.e, happy, strong Sunday. P.e.a.c.e, satao re omnungi, right? Si uni di or sahra or nun di, right? Happy, strong Sunday to all, right? And yeah, so we're going to be going in, giving the updates about our Pi domain, right? We got personalized custom Pi domains, right? That we're going to be offering to people, okay? The minimum donation that we're asking for, y'all want to rock with us? The minimum donation we asking for our personalized custom domains is $45, right? A $45 donation, right? A small amount to give for the amount of value that's going to be received later, right? As stated, 9 months is what our personalized custom domains is going to mature at, right? Our personalized custom domains officially comes from, is going to be coming from the custom Pi domain, right? From .pi domains, from within the Pi networking ecosystem, right? Within the networking ecosystem itself, right? But we're just calling the series of domains that we're bringing, we're calling them personalized custom Pi domains, right? Because they're going to be working, we're working in tandem, we're going to be affecting our rewarding plan that we have with our Wahani Love pay plan, right? Rewarding pay plan, right? Our Pi domains. You want to get our personalized custom Pi domains, a $45 donation, right? And that can be split 20 Pi, 25 of whatever the currency that in your country, right? Whatever the currency that you decide that you want to use, right? Or any digital currency asset that you would like to use, right? As stated, right? You can download the Revolut or the Chime. Open up an account with Revolut and Chime, right? And Revolut is really amazing because pretty much you got all the major countries' currencies is in Revolut. So you're able to send your currency to your man, right? If you want to, split it in that way, right? Or Chime. Chime, if you want to send the traditional currency, right? The traditional currency and send an electronic fiat currency, right? Electronic money, as they say, electronic currency, right? Through Chime. Right? And then if you want to use a digital currency asset, then that's when it's important to open up your Coinbase, Uphold, right? Coinbase, Uphold, Crypto.com, Nexo, right? Now, Nexo is more so used for when you want to have credit and not have to worry about a credit score. You're using your assets as your credit. Anyway, yeah, but still, your Nexo still has currencies where you can sit, right? And of course, Lobster, the Lobster one, right? And a couple others that I'm not saying yet, right? A couple of others. But it having options, we're able to send, pay, and be paid. Having options, we're able to send funds, send whatever the value that you want to send when you want to attain our personalized custom Pi domain, right? And if you want to be active in our rewarding pay plan, when you want to be active in what we have going on with our Golden Star People's Foundation exchange activities, right? So and if you want to activate your fundraiser campaign, if you want to activate your once a year donation, right? And of course, you can send your value by having options. You can send them in various different ways, right? If what I'm saying is interesting, if you would like to know more, especially about the Pi domains, okay, and the way that the Pi domains will be working, and as I stated, whether you decide to participate with the Wahani Love, right, with your personalized domain, or if you just want to have your domain and you can bring your and have your domain active only in the Pi networking ecosystem, that's what you decide to do, you can. But then you have options if you decide to participate with Wahani Love too. But then, because then you have options on the way that you want to redeem your redeem your domain, right? Or keep it for yourself and use it as your a means of having your own URL, right? For people that want to patronize and support you with your whatever your gifting idea, whatever your product or your service is that you're offering to people, you have your own domain, right? And or you can decide to, sell it, put it on the market, right? To trade it with people, right? Your decision, your choice. It's your decision to what you want to do with your asset. I'm just going to be the one that's providing the various different ways. And say it, and so much that I like to share. However, I'm not going to be long-winded because I want to get off here. I just want to give a little bit of updates about our Pi domains, about what's coming, right? The importance about valuing our currency, our mega giga currency, right? Valuing our Pi, right? Realizing that it's about us stabilizing Pi on the public market because the public exchanges, right? Until the core team comes out with our own exchange that's going to be more honorable, right? Without having the manipulation of value, but the manipulation of the price of different assets, especially our Pi asset, right? Until the team comes out with our own exchange, right? We're the ones that can stabilize Pi, the listed price or activity in the public side on exchanges by trading when we trade and exchange whatever the goods and services that we offering, and we use it more, right? Pay and be paid with Pi, right? And then also, even more importantly, when we're trading and exchanging with Pi, have it set at a valued amount, right, within uh your network, right, or at your store, right, or within your group or community, and whatever you say that Pi is worth, that's what it can be pegged at based on what we the people say it's valued at. Until the core team comes out and say, okay, this is what the value, the set amount of what Pi is going to be valued at, whether it's 314,159 set valued amount, or some people might want to have it at 3,000, right? Some people might want to have it at 300, right? Or some people might want to have it at three bucks 1/4, right? Three bucks. It's up to us. Whatever you decide, have it set at that amount, uh, stable at that amount, right? Interact through your transactions, have a lot of transactions within your group, within your network, and have it set at that amount all the time, right? As far as what my plan is, as far as within the p.m.t.m.l.o Foundation with Wahani Love, right? When you go on to our Shopify store, right? Whatever goods, whatever services that you see there, it's going to be based on your title position, your activity, your title position, right? That your value of your Pi can be at a stable rate of exchange of $2, right? $3, $4, depending on your title position, right? And as time goes on, eventually it will be the value, right, set at the value amount of 314,159. And then that's when the Pi converter app, right, the Pi converter app comes into play. Right? When it's globally agreed and it's brought into the public that Pi is pegged in its the global value, right? That GCV value amount is going to be actually implemented and enforced, right, and agreed upon, right. And until that happens, right, as far as we're going to be doing in our what Henny Love on our Shopify store, or any type of interactions where if someone does anything properly, it's going to be based on your title position. That your title position determines what your rate to exchange Pi at is, right? It makes more sense, right, if you schedule a Q&A, right, and we'll bring clarity if you want to know more about what I'm saying, right? But the most important thing I would like to say, and some of this up precluded, that any any price, any amount, any donation amount that we say that we want someone to give us for any goods or any services, that you have the decision. You can make the decision to split the amount and give half of it in Pi and the rest in whatever your fiat currency that you want to use, electronic currency that you want to use, or digital asset currency other than Pi, right? It don't have to all be in Pi, right? And it don't have to all be in the fiat currency, right? Electronic currency. It don't all have to be in that. You can split it, right? That's what that's the beautiful thing about, patronizing, supporting Henny Love, the p.m.t.m.l.o Foundation, is that you can split the amount for the goods and services that you like to obtain from us, right? If that makes sense, what I'm saying, right? I'm going to be sharing the Shopify store, right? That y'all browse there and check it out, right? Whatever the gifting ideas, whatever the services that you see there, the amount can be split. If you want to activate your fundraiser campaign, your once a year donation, whatever you're giving, it can be split, right? Some in Pi and some in your fiat currency, right? Or your electronic currency that you want to send. And as stated, it's best for the options. It's best to open up or have Revolut, Chime, right? Crypto.com, Coinbase, Uphold, right? Those different, Lobster, definitely, of course. It's best to have those different um, uh, financial institutions, right? It's best to have those different financial institutions so that you have options when patronizing and supporting myself or anyone else that's mindful and aware for giving people options, right? Because that's what it's all about in this day, in this age. It's about giving people options. It's about you having options for the way that you want to pay and be paid, right? It's best to have options. Yeah. So anyway, and then also the other thing is about our personalized domain. So right now, to attain our personalized custom Pi domains, right now, as I said, it's 45, buck donation. However, keeping in mind their Pi domains are within the Pi ecosystem, right? So you'll see right now, once I start sharing these domains, and then people start to see that these domains now, someone else can decide to get that domain. And if they do, once people see, okay, these personalized custom Pi domains are out here, then they can decide to put 10 Pi. They can decide to put 20 Pi, 30 Pi. Well, keep it in mind, it's still 45, right? It's still 20 Pi that you have to add to however much that these domains are going to be going for in the system. Because as I said, I'm doing my best to keep it as private as possible. But by me starting to share this and tell people, eventually people are going to know and see about these personalized custom Pi domains, right? People are going to realize that our personalized custom Pi domains are going to be are going to have a little added twist, not just the normal way of just putting your pi domain out there on the market. If you want someone to attain the market from you, if you want to trade your pi domain, right, and someone has to give you, pi, right, or whatever you're asking for your domain, they will have to send you that, right? However, initially, to get the domain, right, in order to attain the domain within the Pi networking ecosystem, it's all, everything is exchanged. The currency that's used is Pi, right? That's the only currency used within the Pi networking ecosystem, right? However, it's still going to be within the networking ecosystem. However, once you have it, then you can say you want, as I'm doing, right, from the beginning, you can say you want some of whatever you're asking for, the value amount that you're asking for your domain. You can say you want this amount in pi and the rest of it in the fiat currency, right, or the digital asset, or you want it all in pi, or you want it all in. See, it's about options, right? So, but anyway, everybody's going to begin to see and know that, these pi domains, it's another the Wahani Love ecosystem. It's another paid plan. It's another way to where there's more value that can be offered, right? As I stated in the other video. And if you want to know more about what I'm saying, right, holler at me for a Q&A, schedule a Q&A, and I can home in with something particular that you would like to know more about, right? And getting started with your fundraiser campaign. Because keep it in mind, the fundraiser campaign is your golden ticket for wealth building, right? It's golden ticket for asset accumulation for your own portfolio, right? It helps the foundation raise funds, and it also at the same time is going to help you raise funds, right? Because the way that we have this is when you activate your fundraiser campaign, as you invite other people to also participate in the Wahani Love ecosystem and they activate their fundraiser campaign, it increases your month-to-month residual reward for participating with us. It adds more value to what you're initially supposed to get, right? Because initially for yourself, you're going to get a certain amount before you participated. And as you invite other people to participate in activating their fundraiser campaign, then there's more reward for you. And then those people who you invite can also do the same, and there's more rewards for them, okay? Well, it's all a plan for actually helping to stabilize our digital currency assets that we hold dear, right, in our portfolio. And the most important asset, right, is our pi. It's going to be the activities that we're doing is going to be helping to stabilize pi. Because I didn't say it. I can't remember if I said it before in the past, but so pi and other currencies, but definitely pi, whatever the rate of exchange is on the market, right? Your title position, depending on which title position that you're active in with us, will be either 50 cents more, $1 more, $2 more rate of exchange on whatever the rate of exchange is on the public market, on these exchanges, right? It's based on our activity, on what we do, can bring more stability in the digital market space, digital asset market space, right? However, because we love and embracing pi, and it's about pi, the mega giga currency, and it's about the mega giga currency value and it being stable, right? Pi is going to have a higher rate of exchange than other assets that's around the same rate of exchange bracket, right? Because we're riding the wave up with pi, right? Other, and that's up into the point to where once any of these assets that we're dealing with, once they get at $100 rate of exchange, okay, then there's going to be a limit to how much extra, right? Based on your title position, there's going to be a cap, right? There's always going to be a cap anyway. But once it's at $100 rate of exchange, it's not going to be, it's not going to be to where you accumulate more. It's going to be extra as pi and as the other digital currency assets that we hold in our portfolio raise up, that it'll just keep on being extra because you active with in these title positions. No, because you're already going to have so much appreciation. There's going to be other activities that are going to be doing that it's not going to be really about only trying to redeem digital currency assets for profits and gains. It's not going to only be about that. It's really going to be about what it's supposed to be used for, is to pay and be paid with, right? How do you want, in what way do you want to be paid, right? For the goods or the services that you offer. What way do you want to be paid? What way do you want to pay? That's what it's all about. Having options on the way that you would like to pay someone or be paid by someone, right? And that amount, that rate of exchange be stable, right? Until you get to the point to where you want to use those assets as a negotiable instrument, right? And then have it in a trust and then borrow against that asset. That's going to something else, because then it's best to have a higher rate of exchange, because then you want to get with financial institutions or government, right? Treasury institutions and things like that, and have them, and then you use your asset as a negotiable instrument, right? Being held in trust, and then you're able to borrow. But that's going to something else, right? That's much later, right? I'm loving to think that y'all's day is going to be outstanding, amazing. Okay? As I said, it's supposed to be, real quick. I'm supposed to not be on here long, but it ended up being a little long. Greatly appreciate all those that stayed and listened to watch the whole recording, right? Either way, right? Day is going to just keep on getting better, right? Globally, this financial financial global system will come online and keep on improving, right? And then also wealth and prosperity will be for people that are mindful about no longer settling, right? The more you know, the more you research, the more you know, the more you become aware, the more informed you are, the better you are able to navigate and be active in, right? Leveraging your value, right? The better you are, and the more informed you are, the more activities you're able to do, if you would like to be with, activities with people, right? Who are about making power moves, right? Who are about governing themselves, governing people who want to be governed, right? However, it's really supposed to be about governing oneself accordingly, right? Have an outstanding, amazing day, y'all. Be safe out here, right? You heard me. Be safe. Have an outstanding, amazing, prosperous, productive day, stress-free, right? Looking forward to all those that are serious to schedule their Q&A, right? To become active with us in this Golden Star Global People Empowering People movement, right? Become a Golden Age Golden Star or Henny Love, right? Knowledge Now mentor, right? Become that. And so much more, right? And you put a spin on it the way you would like to. However, become a Golden Age Golden Star or Henny Love, right? Knowledge Now mentor, right? Be easy, y'all. Really appreciate you, Facebook. Thanks for not allowing the signal to, thanks for the attention for keeping this this daily bread, this right knowledge, this online session, right? Steady and able to be viewed, okay? Unlike the other days. All right, y'all. Be easy. Oh, one finger to the sky. Powerful, potent, aggressive energy always encourages us to do what? Elevate. Elevation. Hey now, whoa now. We on the all right, Facebook, we out here. Yeah. So y'all know I already precluded it. I mean, I already ended it on Facebook. I'm gonna do it again. One finger to the sky, right? Always about that. I had that one love. Two fingers together. Powerful, potent, progressive energy always encourages us to do what? Elevate, or elevation, elevation. Hey now, whoa now. We on a powwow. Hey now, whoa now. All right, y'all. Y'all know I'm loving to have a good time, right? I know a lot of people may or may not know or get what I'm saying on the way that I'm presenting, right? The way I'm speaking, right? Purposely done. However, I'm am knowing and really about having a business entrepreneur mindset, and really am about that. However, when I'm sharing information, right, recording and putting information into the public, right? I'm doing things a certain way, right? Just so that people that may have ill intentions can't put adverse energy into what I'm doing and saying, right? Loving to think that makes sense. Have an outstanding, amazing day, y'all, and be safe. All right. Hey man, let me. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna call my. That was my better half. I'm calling back. All right, y'all. Be easy.